Morning peeps, good morning everyone. All right, a couple of things before we get going. We are going to do a Friday night live tomorrow as we build up to the big fight on the weekend. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock, we'll get going. Make sure you pass through. Should be fun. They always are. Loads of questions as always. So make sure you pass by tomorrow, 8 p.m. Then obviously on Saturday, the live watch along will get underway at 8 o'clock. I think, and I read this yesterday, that Anthony Kakache will be on the card. I think someone said they are trying to find a replacement opponent for him, and hopefully they do, because that's heartbreaking. If they don't find a replacement opponent for him, that's just, he hasn't fought since, I think it was last year, July or August, when he fought Leon Woodstock. He hasn't fought since then. And then obviously, you're told you're on this massive card, and then a few days before, you're not. So hopefully they can find a replacement opponent for Anthony Kakache. But yeah, we're going to get going tomorrow, 8 o'clock, live, and then the live watch along on Saturday at 8 o'clock as well. So should be a couple of days of fun. All right, let's see what there is to talk about from the world of boxing today. It was good to see Dillian Whyte at the press conference yesterday. He came with his whole crew. Tyson Fury came with his whole crew. Thank God it was okay and nothing kicked off, although it did nearly kick off between John Fury and Dillian Whyte. John Fury is just a maniac, isn't he? He is ready to go anytime, but he just needs to chill out a little bit. He really does. It was good to see both of them respectful towards each other. I'm talking about Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. I know a lot of people sometimes want to see sparks fly. They will fly on Saturday. They don't necessarily need to fly all the time in the press conferences. It's not all the time Dillian Whyte and Chisora type stuff. It isn't always like that. So it was good to see both of them respectful. What I did see, and I was like, Jesus Christ, and I should know this anyway, was how much bigger Tyson Fury is than Dillian Whyte. And that's crazy to me because I've stood next to Dillian Whyte recently and he's massive. He's massive. So the idea to see someone even much more bigger than him, it's crazy. But look, Dillian Whyte is confident. He looks ready to go. Spoke well. What I love about Dillian Whyte as well, there is clearly no PR team behind him. He is as unfiltered as they come. Will say whatever he wants, and it's refreshing, especially when some boxers are very, almost every word is kind of just made to be more than it is, if that makes any sense. Whereas Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury to an extent as well, just say what they want. And I think these guys are going to deliver. I think it's going to be a really, really good fight. Again, I think Tyson Fury will win. I'm not going to change my mind. Sometimes in the lead up to these big fights, you're always swayed by something. And as the fight gets closer, you're like, have I got it wrong? No, I don't think I have. I think Tyson Fury looks in ridiculously good condition. Look, he's always going to have that tire around his belly, right? He's just that's just his physical appearance. It reminds me a bit of Chuck Liddell. I don't know if you guys follow UFC, but Chuck Liddell, the Iceman, light heavyweight champion for a few years. Even when he weighed in on the scale, so he's going to be dehydrated. His physique was never Greek godlike, and Tyson Fury is never going to have one of those physiques. He isn't. But for what Tyson Fury is, he looks in good physical shape. So does Dillian Whyte. So Dillian Whyte looks in really good shape as well. And I almost feel like this fight depends upon how Tyson Fury approaches it. I don't necessarily feel like it's a fight where Dillian Whyte will dictate how this fight plays out. It's all about Tyson Fury. Again, and I hate to repeat myself, so apologies if I've said this before, but if Tyson Fury fights like he did against Klitschko, or even a couple of fights before that against Chisora, that's going to be difficult for Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte hasn't got the best feet. He doesn't close the distance quick enough. So it's going to be difficult. Although he's got really long levers, so, he can still put out the jab and the big right hands and the hooks. But Tyson Fury, if he fights at distance and uses his own jab, then it's going to be very difficult for Dillian Whyte to get inside. And even if and when Dillian Whyte does get inside, Tyson Fury's massive. He puts all that big frame on you, and he will be around 19 and a half stone. I know John said 18 something. I doubt that. I think it will be around 19. Once that frame goes on you, it's difficult. It will tire you out. He knows how to smother when he's inside. He likes his, dirty boxing, his uppercuts, some elbows, some headbutts as well. So he won't mind the inside fight. So at distance, you've got to favour Tyson Fury. Inside, you've got to favour Tyson Fury. The only way Dillian Whyte can have some success is if he just makes this just a dogfight. Like, honestly, like a dogfight. And, you know, it might be a case of, you know, to land one, he has to take one, take two. But he's going to have to land. He's going to have to go to the body, which he was famed for. I mean, his nickname, I don't know if it still is, but it was the Body Snatcher. That's what his nickname was, because he used to go to the body quite a lot. He might have to do that. He's going to have to slow the legs down of Tyson Fury. And if you think of Tyson Fury's recent 8 or 9 fights, there's not been anyone that's really had a sustained body attack on him. Again, that's because he moves a lot, so it's difficult to kind of tie him down. But if you think of Vladimir Klitschko, doesn't go to the body. Rarely. I can't think of many fights where Klitschko's gone to the body. Before that, Chisora tried but didn't really go to the body. And then you've got the Sefer Safiris, Pianeta certainly didn't, Otto Volin didn't, Tom Schwartz didn't. Wilder tried to in the final fight, but not much success. So it'll be interesting to see what would happen if Dillian Whyte does think, okay, we need to go to the body here. We really do. And if he goes to the body, look, he's got opportunities. But I mean, Tyson Fury looks supremely confident. I mean, he has been rattled in this last few days because of the Daniel Kinahan questions. So you do wonder if that's playing on his mind a little bit, but I don't think it is. I saw that interview he did with Kaveh Solokol, and I knew as soon as I found out that Kaveh was going to be there. Someone at Sky told me that Kaveh is going to be there at the press conference. Kaveh, I think, asked him this at the open workout, I think. But as soon as I found out Kaveh was going to be doing the questioning, I knew Tyson Fury was going to be asked questions that he didn't want to ask. And Sky were quite smart with that because, I mean, there are other people there that could have asked the questions, but they've got a relationship with Tyson Fury. They've spoke to him before. Adam Smith, Michael Bridge has been there as well. Anyone else? Eleanor Roper, anyone, right? Kaveh, no. Kaveh will ask the questions. He doesn't care about being banned or, you know, you can never go to a Tyson Fury fight again. He doesn't care. So Kaveh asked him some tough questions and Tyson Fury didn't like him. Didn't like him at all, did he? He said, look, I'm never speaking to Sky Sports again. So, you know, maybe that's rattled him a little bit, but he's good, isn't he? Like, he is very, very good, Tyson Fury. Will the crowd affect him? I don't think so. You know, not necessarily the crowd, because it's not going to boo him, but I mean, just the occasion. 94,000 at Wembley's, you know, sometimes you can be a bit of a sort of, you know, deer in the headlights, rabbit in the headlights. Sometimes that can happen. Won't happen with him. He is supremely confident. And I think he might do a job on Dillian Whyte. Look, Dillian Whyte's got chances. There will be chances. There will be openings. But I think Tyson Fury is going to look incredible. Honestly, I think he's going to look incredible. You know, there might be some jeopardy there. You know, Dillian Whyte might be able to put him on his backside. He'll get up. That's just the thing, innit? He just gets up. And I said this the other day. When he gets up, it's not like he gets up and he's on wobbly legs. Like, you think of all the knockdowns. How many knockdowns was it with Deontay Wilder? 4 knockdowns. 2 were big knockdowns, like big. Just gets up. Mate, his recovery powers, or powers of recovery, sorry, are just incredible. So look, and as much as he's had tough fights, and as much as I'm trying to sell the fact that, you know, he's been hurt by the right hand from Deontay Wilder now, and look, that there's wear and tear there, Dillian Whyte's got a lot of wear and tear as well. A lot. Povetkin, wear and tear. Chisora twice, wear and tear. Oscar Rivas, wear and tear. Joseph Parker, wear and tear. Helenius hurt him. Maris Vac at times hurt him. A lot of wear and tear on the body, which is why I feel that him not fighting Otto Volin was a good thing. I feel like the body's rested now. Maybe too long. Maybe he's been in camp too long. I don't know. But I feel like this is going to be tough work for Dillian Whyte. It really is. Look, we're going to do a prediction video tomorrow and proper break it down in terms of points or round, whatever it's going to be. But yeah, Tyson Fury will get through this one. And then I hope it isn't retirement. I hope there is a couple more in there. There has to be a couple more in there. I think he'll come out and walk out to Wembley and think, I want this again. I want that again. Every fighter craves it, right? And he'll want to. And he's a heavyweight as well. He's not like, the lower weight classes where making weight kills you and your body just drained and it's depleted. He's okay. As long as he doesn't take that much more punishment, he's all right. He can keep going until he's 37, 38. He could. He probably won't, but he could. But look, we'll see. So, yeah, Tyson Fury should win, but there is no but. Tyson Fury will win. Peace.